morning, Sharks. I'm Angie Escalona.
And I'm Ethan Toth.
Today's show covers two very important topics: Cuban Americans getting their chance to visit Cuba for the first time,
And the iMessage game service, Game Pigeon.
let's get right to the show. This is Wsrk Shark News.
With the ever-important subject of travel broadening the mind, one program is offering that service for those who need it.
Cuba One is here to help, and let's see how.
I carried a lot of my family on this trip, and Cuba was everything and nothing that I had dreamed of. It was amazing. It was beautiful.
It was wild. It was a great time. Got to learn a lot, and like I said, got to really understand my identity, which before this time was not complete.
The trip was unbelievable. 10 Cuban Americans who didn't know each other, traveling the countryside, really connected. We had the opportunity to see the Cuban spirit, like all the characteristics in full bloom.
10 participants embarked on a journey to Cuba in order to explore more of their Cuban ancestry and connect their lives in America to their past in Cuba.
Cuba One Foundation is an organization that helps young people in the United States connect with their heritage in Cuba by meeting their peers on the island, reconnecting with family that lives there, and exploring their culture through high-impact trips to Cuba.
On Cuba One's trips, we take a 7-day itinerary, and it starts with what Cuba is. We go to Panada Rio, we get on a horseback, we go through tobacco fields, we go to Havana, we get in these convertible old classic cars and drive around the city. It's just a tremendous amount of Cuba, very quickly.
Co-founders Daniel Jimenez and Giancarlo Sopo founded Cuba One in order to give Cuban Americans the opportunity to intertwine their Cuban culture with their American upbringing.
I started this program after going to Cuba and realizing how intricate and complicated the island is. I went after going and meeting people that I didn't know, that I'm related to, and that have been such a part of my life, even though I grew up here in Miami. And I really wanted to bring that as an opportunity and a gift to my peers.
The Freedom Tower, an important landmark for Cuban Americans across the United States, is a beacon of hope for Cubans immigrating into Miami.
The Freedom Tower, for so many people in our community, it's like their own Statue of Liberty. It's the place where people came, where they received assistance when they came to this country. It's a symbolic place now that helped new immigrants in the 1960s, and now it's helping to transform. It's attracting some of the most dynamic and intelligent young people in South Florida. And it's a source of inspiration for lots of young entrepreneurs, and it continues to be a source of inspiration for a lot of new immigrants.
The Freedom Tower has this amazing significance in Miami. It's our Ellis Island as Cuban Americans. I mean, it brought hope to so many people that were coming to America from Cuba for the first time. You drive down Biscayne Boulevard right outside of downtown Miami, and you see this amazing building that's 1920s architecture. It's a beacon of hope for us.
Participants for Cuba One are chosen through a lengthy selection process where applicants are judged based on how they can benefit the program and themselves through their experiences in Cuba.
So we've had over 1,700 people have applied to our program. Most of those are all between the ages of 20 to 30. And we have a selection process that looks at their application. We just try to match people based on their interest in Cuba, what it is that they hope to accomplish with the trip. And we try to have a diverse class that can gain a lot from the experience. But we also look for people who have new and interesting ideas of ways that they can engage the Cuban people in a way that's permissible both by US law and Cuban law. We think that dialogue and that engagement is important both for the long-term trajectory of South Florida and the United States, but also for Cuba.
The participants were able to connect their ancestry and form relationships with family that they never thought they'd be able to meet.
They're being able to take things that were before in black and white photos and actually see them up close in person and to form a tangible relationship with Cuba and its people. That's going to have a tremendous impact here on South Florida and throughout the lives of our participants.
In the end, it's about coming back, and I think for our participants and for Cuban Americans that visit Cuba, it's not just a vacation, it's about a continuation of that. So the last day is really about reflection. What does this mean for me and my family? How can I bring my experience back to them? And then what can I do to bring Cuba back to the United States and bring the United States to Cuba?
When the participants arrived back in Miami, they were overjoyed and filled with emotion as they recounted their experiences from the trip.
It's just, I've never been able to connect with my history and my ancestry in such a strong, tangible way.
This trip to me really answered a lot of questions that had always been unanswered, had always been a mystery in regards to the island, in regards to family, my roots. I had the opportunity of meeting my family for the very first time, which is something I will never ever forget.
It all went through the roof. Like, I could not have asked for a better type of experience to see where my family is from.
There is no singular Cuban American experience. People's families came over under different circumstances at different times, and it was really enriching to find out the specific individuality that really reflects in every one person's story. And I feel like we kind of all came together to make one mosaic story, and it was really beautiful.
So Ethan, are you up for a game of 8-ball?
Ooh, I can't. I have an Android.
Well, other students are enjoying their virtual masses just fine without you.
Well, let's take a look.
Apple's new feature on iMessage is called Game Pigeon has taken over the students of ATM.
Game Pigeon is a game that you play through your text messaging.
You get it from the App Store and you play games through your text messages.
I think it's actually a positive effect to the classroom. Why? Because I can watch all with like their little phones, like trying to play pool and whatnot, or thinking they're geniuses with the one that was with those Scrabble words and whatnot.
They're sent through text. Like, you play a game, like pool, for example. I make a move and I send it to my opponent.
There's nothing positive about it. It's just been negative because it's just constantly, the kids are always playing it, so they're getting distracted.
Whenever you have something distracting the students from doing their work, I would say it's a negative thing.
Oh, there's 8-ball, Mancala, Battleship, 20 questions.
So it's all fun and games to hit the cue ball, and this has been Emily Televeski for WSRK Shark News.
All right, guys, come on. We got a show to start. 40 seconds. Intern, mic me up. Let's go. Flip it on. Let's go. Let's go. Where's my script? I wanted it 5 minutes ago. Give it to me. Come on. Well, where's my flip cereal? Huh? I want it on my desk. Come on. Come on. Give it to me. Let's go. Let's go. We got a show. Now that's better. Available in 2 flavors, chocolate and dulce de leche. Visit flipsusa.com to see where Flips is available near you. Flips, the best is inside.
Hey, you. Me? Yeah, you. I have something to tell you. You do? Yeah. Well, what is it? What is it? Well, why didn't you just say so? I think you should join the Sharks Television and Entertainment Club, where many students just like you can make all kinds of videos. Not to mention, we've also won several awards and plan to keep them coming. And the best part is, we sell bagels.
Whoa, bagels?
Yeah, bagels. So what do you say?
Yeah! Sharks TV and Entertainment for a televised tomorrow.
Thanks for watching, Sharks. I'm Angie Escalona.
And I'm Ethan Toth for WSRK
Shark News.
And the in-phone messaging thing.
In-phone messaging?
Oh my
iPhone.
god! Android.
Okay, we good? Okay, we're good.
Okay.
You didn't laugh like a 4-year-old now. So Ethan, are you up for a game of 8-ball?
Ooh, I have an Android. Sorry.
Well, other students are enjoying their virtual matches just fine without you. It was so good!